Hello, David Zritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. Very interesting subject that we're talking about today. I mean, let's face it, Craig to McQueen. And it almost looks like we're going to be talking about them as style icons. We're actually going to be talking about how companies and brands have used them to create entire lines, inspirations, aspirational lines, specifically for people like you and me that kind of follow the James Bond, Daniel Craig, Steve McQueen lineage of fashion. And we've got to start with thanking somebody. First of all, I want to thank all the people at thekingofcool.com. There's the website right there. That is because they not only supplied us with some of these pieces that we're seeing today, they introduced us to Barracuda. Who is Barracuda? A lot of you know who Barracuda is. Barracuda is a clothing company that started in 1937 in England, specifically around creating raincoats, and they morphed. They morphed in 1957 when Elvis Presley wore one of their G9 Harrington jackets. And the rest, as they say, is history because, well, let's take a look at the celebrities that have worn the G9 jacket. So I had to show you that last picture. So that's where the Craig in the Craig to McQueen comes into play. Yes, Daniel Craig has worn this Harrington. So this is in a natural color. Sometimes they call it a sand. And as you can see, it's got that tartan inside that really tells you it's a Barracuda. And by the way, there's the Barracuda emblem, England, 1937. And by the way, this is a size 40. We're going to be talking about size today, but let's talk about the jacket itself. But let's do this. Now, a lot of people, the traditional G9 Harrington Barracuda jacket was a little bit slouchier. The new ones are a little bit more of a slim fit. By the way, I'm wearing a kind of a white V-neck so you can really see the jackets themselves. It doesn't matter what shirt I'm wearing. So you can see right away that it is a relatively fitted look. It's not super slim. It's not sucking and clinging to me. You can see the arms are pretty high, which is nice. Fits pretty good in the back. And by the way, on the back right now, you can see that little umbrella area right here. See, there's like an umbrella pattern. That is breathability. And that's one of the great things about this is even though it is waterproof and it's made to be kind of a windbreaker rain jacket, 3, possibly even 4 seasons, there's a lot of breathability. This is made with a particular coating on it, which is fantastic. It's got the gatherings on the cuffs. It's got the gatherings here. A lot of people think, oh, this is an old man outfit, but you saw the celebrities that you wear it. You know that it actually inspired Quantum of Solace and some of those much sought after Harringtons. The jacket itself is extremely comfortable. It's got these great kind of welt pockets so you can put yourself in here. What I liked about it is the McQueen one is a McQueen stone colored. It's light in color. This is the sand one that you see, the natural color. A lot of different celebrities wearing. Super comfortable. I've already worn this out, and I'm telling you right now, I feel like that it could really take a punishment. It could take the different types of weather. You could also crush it into a ball, throw it into a piece of luggage, or for a weekend, and you wouldn't have to worry about it one bit. Barracuda themselves, they've really taken a lot of time to stylize this appropriately, but this has been an inspiration. The G9 is one of the few jackets that hardly ever goes on sale. It's around $325, $350 in dollars, but I want to show you some other pieces from their line that James Bond, Daniel Craig, and even Steve McQueen have inspired offshoots of this jacket. So now at Barracuda, we're moving away from Daniel Craig and more towards Steve McQueen. They've used Steve McQueen as an icon of fashion, really, to start designing some of their newer pieces. Something like this one. Now, I want to read this correctly so I get it right. This is a Caledonian reversible coat in tonic. What's great about this is, first of all, it's got this great, I love showing the hangers, it's got this great hanger that comes with it. What I love about this hanger, yes, it's plastic, it's not made out of wood, but it's got these ridges and ribs on it. What's nice about this is, if you come out of the rain and throw this on the hanger, obviously the plastic isn't going to mesh with the fabric, but more importantly, the ribs are going to keep it on the hanger itself. What I love about this coat, and again, it's really been inspired by Steve McQueen and Bullitt. Now, he did wear kind of a different color. This does come in different colors, but you can see that it's got that a little bit more tapered look, much more traditional, much more you would see in San Francisco, kind of that whole iconic aspect. Now, if you can come in a little bit close, I do want to show some of the details on the inside. It has this wonderful tartan on the inside pockets. It's got these buttons so you can actually double button this entire coat. What's great about that is wind. Let's say you're in Chicago. Let's say that you're somewhere in the Alps. You've got that wind factor going on right now. You can double button the coat. I'm not going to right now because you don't have 35 minutes to watch this. But you can see right now, it's not huge. This is also a size 40. It's nice. It's got that little flip-up collar with a lot of the detail. Now, I'm going to ask the camera person to come in a little bit closer. The detail on the collar, really nice. These things were made for functional. It's not just good looking, it's made for function. So it's got all these buttons because in the wind, and even if it starts to get cold, if you layer this with a sweater, which there is room to do that, you can start buttoning it up to the top and turn it into a turtleneck. What's very cool about this is not just the details on the sleeves. Look at that amazing, almost Dr. No-ish scalloping on the sleeves. How different is that? Usually you just see it kind of going along in a parallel, but it's got that really nice scalloping. But check this out. Let's see your board. Let's say navy's not your thing. Turn it inside out, and this is the reversible aspect of it. And suddenly, you've got a whole other jacket. Now that's the whole thing about the reversible thing, is to really create, you could be navy during the day because you're on a business trip and you need to be a little bit more stoic, a little bit more buttoned up. But listen, you're going out at night. You're going out with friends. You want to look a little bit different, a little bit more hip. And now you've got the tartan. So it's really that whole component of shifting, changing, disguises. It's that whole wonderful McQueen look mixed with almost like a bondish type of alteration with just reversing it. So as far as versatility is concerned, really digging this coat. But let's take a look at one more Barracuda piece that I think you're going to love. So I have to admit, this is my favorite one that Barracuda came out with. This is the Storn Away trench coat in navy. Again, you've got that wonderful hanger there. We'll just gently put that down. First of all, let me show you the inside of this. It is absolutely beautiful. It's got this beautiful blue acetate inside, but it's got that 50 cotton, 50 poly that Barracuda is known for. The wonderful label that, says 1937. There's that heritage. By the way, this is made in Italy. This is made in Italy. So a lot of the Barber jackets out there and some of those other jackets have been shipped to the Asian countries. This is still being made in Italy. Now, I will tell you, Barracuda, because this has been so popular, only at a size 42 for me, so it is a wee bit big, but it is my favorite. So let's try this on. However, if I layer this up with a sweater, it would not be a problem whatsoever. So what's great about this Storn Away trench is it was based off of the trenches that you see like Michael Caine wear. And what's great about that is not only does it have all the different lines, and not only does it have the buttons itself, the flip collar, and by the way, you can see kind of, this is that whole spy, Cold War type of look. It also has wraparound pieces, but it's got this great belt. And what I love about this belt is, talk about Cold War, you put the belt on, and I'm sure I'm going to do this wrong because I'm doing this quickly, but then it turns into a very fashionable looking jacket. You can cinch it. I'm sure my belt is turned right now and not looking great because I'm doing it on the fly. This is real, folks. But you can see that it does cinch this. So you can put different layers on here, and it does create, I can feel that it's turned in the back. I'm sure I'll get tons of emails about that. But you can tell that it's really this type of jacket to close everything off. But my gosh, stylized, fashionable, corporate. You can wear this in so many things, with jeans, with a suit. You'll notice that the details on here are beautiful leather. And it's a coated leather, so you could get it wet and not fret too much about it, but you can actually close these off as much as you want, and the lining goes all the way. However, these are practical, they're utilitarian. Even though they're gorgeous and fashionable, the reality is that everything on it works. The pockets work, the different aspects, and this is a raincoat. So guess what we picked today? We picked a day where it's raining here in Pennsylvania, so we're going to go outside. And by the way, I'm not kidding. Listen, that's not special effects. You can hear that it's raining. So, I'm standing out here in the rain in my Barracuda jacket. Now, what's going to happen right now is, and I'm going to show you up close, is the water is repelling. That is that coating that they've been putting on here since 1937. If you have a beautiful Italian suit on, or whatever you have, you are not going to get that soaked. Now, it'd be great if I had a Barracuda headgear on, or an umbrella, but I don't. But I did want to show you the water repellency, especially if it's cold. You can close everything up accordingly and really be dry. By the way, some of the jackets out there, they have the necks that are just too small, so you would never want to button it. Not Barracuda. They really thought this out so you can make it. So this is a tool. It's a jacket, but it's something that can be worn. And by the way, now you can really tell that it's raining. The jacket itself is not only keeping me warm, probably because it's the summertime and it's 89 degrees, but dry. And that's the most important thing is with these jackets. It's not just looking good, it's actually functioning correctly. But we've got something special to show you from the King of Cool. Let's take a look. So I've got the chukka boots on from Sanders. I've got charcoal pants on. This could only lead to one thing since we're talking about Steve McQueen. Yes, it is the bullet outfit. I've got the French blue John Smedley turtleneck on. But what I really want you to pay attention to is this jacket. Now this jacket, kingofcool.com, the owners were really inspired by the jacket. Now, as lore goes, the jacket in the film was purchased at Sears. I know, crazy. But it was a hunting jacket that was purchased at Sears. Obviously, it needed to be recreated, and the kingofcool.com did just that. They used an amazing Scottish tweed, and I really want to show you what this looks like. First of all, you can see that the herringbone pattern is exactly like the one in the film. And I am a stickler with this stuff, but they've got the right amount of buttons. They've got the right herringbone. The one piece that's different about this whole thing are the elbow patches. Now, yes, he had elbow patches in the film, but because this was a hunting or shooting jacket in the film from Sears, one of the elbow patches was higher than the other because when you're shooting, think about it, you want your elbow pad down here, but then you want your other elbow pad here because you're resting the gun. Obviously, they wanted it to be a little bit more fashionable, a little bit more symmetrical, and this is what they came up with. Before I show you the whole jacket, I want to show you the interior. There are some geeky, amazing moments. First of all, by this right here, and I don't know if you can see it, it says Lieutenant Frank Bullitt. How cool is that? All right, I know it's crazy geeky, but as a Steve McQueen fan and as a Bullitt fan, when I saw this detail that they put the name in there, Lieutenant Frank Bullitt, I love that. And let's face it, when he is wearing this outfit in the film, it's one of the best parts of the film. And by the way, just in case you had any question who made it, look at that. A beautiful homage, a beautiful representation. I love branding. I thought this, in showing the King of Cool in his iconic pose, was absolutely perfect. Now let's talk about the jacket. The jacket is amazingly comfortable. This is my size. It fits exactly to your size. So this is a size 40. You can see that it's got, I'm not slouching, you see that it's got a really nice line to it. It's the type of jacket, it's not super fitted, it's not super high. It is double vented, just like in the film, which is a really good action for the jacket. But it's got really nice swing, but movement. This is something that you could be riding in, and look at this, I still have it buttoned. But it is not riding up. It is an incredibly comfortable jacket. And by the way, just like in the film, it looks like this is a 2-button, but the 3rd button is hiding right behind the rolled lapel, just like in the film. So they really went to great lengths, because let's face it, thekingofcool.com, they are fans of Steve McQueen. They wanted this jacket, and so they wanted the fans to be just as happy with it as they are. So major thanks to all of them. We wanted to show you this whole idea of brands like Barracuda, brands like the King of Cool, being inspired by Bond, by Daniel Craig, and by Steve McQueen, and really providing that to all the fans out there. Digging this outfit. This has been David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. Hold on, I almost forgot my Purcells. I've got to finish the look. Now this has been David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience.